This is Eleanor Vincent, who witnessed the scene just moments after the attack. She can join us now. Eleanor, thank you for your time. Clearly, the authorities are trying to piece together exactly what happened and when. What did you see and at what time?
I arrived on the scene about 10:15, so about half an hour after it had occurred. So what I saw were police swarming everywhere. Basically, they kept everything in good order, but it was very, very shocking for the many tourists and local people who were in the area at the time.
And this is this park by the side of the lake, clearly an area where these children were, as we understand, enjoying this outing. Did you see any of the children or the families or the mothers and fathers involved?
No, the police keep everyone very far away. It's a crime scene, so I was far from where it actually occurred, although I could see the life flight helicopter landing. I could see ambulances coming to the scene. I could see police with machine guns running toward the scene. It was a crime scene and very, very shocking.
What's your reaction to what you've just witnessed, and indeed all those others in this beautiful alpine resort, the lakeside resort?
Yes, absolutely. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. I've been here for 5 days now and having an absolutely magnificent vacation. And what can I say? I was terribly shocked. I have a trauma in my own background. My daughter was accidentally died in a horse riding accident 30 years ago. So seeing a life flight helicopter, knowing some of the shock that those people that were attacked are feeling is very upsetting. And I'm sure other people had similar reactions to the trauma of what had taken place on a perfectly peaceful morning. It was completely shocking.
When did you learn about the fact that this was very young children, these 3-year-olds involved, and what had actually happened?
I learned moments after it happened because I'm on vacation, because my French is a bit limited, I have a live feed from the BBC. And so I got an announcement, and I immediately knew when I was hearing the sirens and seeing the helicopter, oh, this is what's happening. So I went to the scene. I'm a former journalist. I began taking photos and then just sort of absorbing what was going on. It was, what can I say, beyond unexpected.
Yeah, and clearly, as we say, the authorities still trying to piece together the sequence of events. But from what you're saying, it seems the authorities reacted very quickly, particularly the medical teams with this air ambulance.
Absolutely. The police were everywhere immediately, and there were ambulances, more and more coming. The police were setting up barricades, moving people back away from the scene. Yes, they reacted very, very quickly. And what I've read on the BBC feed is that the police apprehended the person in question almost within moments after the attack.
Yeah. Do you know how French media have been reacting there? I mean, we've certainly heard President Macron indicating that this is a nation in shock for understandable reasons.
Yes. I mean, I think in France, in America, sadly, this sort of thing happens. Mainly it's with guns. And it's horrible. And it's one reason I'm here in France, in Europe, in the Alps, to get away from the ongoing violence that we're all experiencing in the world. So I know that this is very shocking. I can say that the people around me were in a state of shock. This just does not happen here, and especially in such a peaceful environment. I don't know what to say. It's really horrifying that this has taken place. And I'm so, so sorry for everyone affected by this. It's really tragic. And I know these are all cliches, but I don't know what else to say. It's such a horrible thing. And I would say that the French media were definitely there. There was a cameraman from Channel 26. I photographed her without her permission. Of course, she was busy working, but I photographed her and her cameraman at work. There were other journalists who came to the scene, all speaking in French. And as I said, my French is a bit limited, so especially when people are speaking quickly, I cannot fully understand. That's why I was following so closely on the BBC.
Yeah, and as you say, you've worked as a journalist, so you've been used to these various outrages and the crises in the world and so on. But this seems to have really affected you and hit home.
Absolutely. As a bereaved parent, I cannot even comprehend how someone out having a peaceful outing with their children would feel if their children were attacked. It's a horror beyond belief.
Eleanor, thank you very much indeed for taking the time to share the experience with us. And of course, we will update people as we get more details from the authorities. But Eleanor Vincent there in Annecy, thank you very much indeed for updating us. Let's get